be safe out there. The Visser family also ran for their lives 10 days ago as that tsunami hit that same part of the world. They were in Sri Lanka as well. A very unique perspective now because they are Sri Lankan Americans. Back home now, Winston and Joyce Visser and their children, 10-year-old Jason and 3-year-old Joanna, join me now in Richmond, Virginia. Good morning to you, and I have to think at this point for yourselves and your lives at this point, it has been one heck of a Happy New Year. Good morning to you. I want to share with our viewers, you brought some videotape, a before scene down at the beach in Sri Lanka, and then an after scene. We'll roll the videotape, we'll show our viewers the before scene, very calm and tranquil, just like we have seen all over Thailand and parts of Indonesia. And as we start our conversation, we'll allow the other videotape to roll in here. But Joyce, maybe you can start for us. You were going to the beach that day. When did you know something was headed your way in the very wrong way?
Well, I didn't know till I saw my husband and my son and my little daughter running from a distance, and I really thought that somebody had drowned in the beach. But then I saw the entire beach running up to where I was near the pool, and then I heard people screaming and said, "Run, run, there's a big wave heading us." So that's when I really knew it.
Let me ask your husband, Winston, I understand the lifeguards there were the first ones to start screaming and yelling that something was wrong. Relay that experience to us.
In fact, when we were at the pool, we got there to the hotel around 10 o'clock, and by the time we had a cup of tea, and then we were at the pool with Joanna and my son Jason, and then we were going up to the beach, and my son was interested in seeing the beach, and as usually every 2 years when we go back home, we usually go to the beach and have a nice time along with our family as well. So, and then the lifeguard had apparently seen a sudden change in the beach where the water has drawn back quite a number of feet behind, and he was advising us that we should not reach to the beach at all at this time because of the sudden change. Then in the meantime, I took a couple of pictures with my daughter, and then while I was turning back, I see like a 2-foot wave hitting to the foot of me and my little daughter. Then I called my son Jason to get back as early as possible, and then he saw the water coming to his feet, and then he stumbled down. He fell off on the water, and then we were reaching up to the bridge, and we could see the second, third wave coming up to the bridge. And then by the time I got onto the other side of the bridge, and then while I was reaching to the pool side, I saw another wave coming and cracking the wall off, and there is a 10-foot wall that just came off, and we were rushing to our rooms. And then in the meantime, when we were getting to the first floor, the manager of the hotel said, "Don't go up to the first floor because the water can reach the first floor," because at that time the water had already got into the to the ground level. And then we were at the second floor, then we were asked to go to the 4th floor, and we were pretty much scared for our lives whether we're going to live or we're going to die because of this type of situation.
Scared.
Yeah, we were very scared, and
yes, very lucky too. To your wife again, Joyce, I understand you tried to get onto a different beach that was further south, and that beach was filled. No reservations allowed. Had you gone there, do you think you'd be sitting here today?
No, definitely not. I would say it's the mighty hand of God that protected us and my family, because from the day we landed in Sri Lanka, it was the 13th of December, we've been trying to get the hotel that was most affected, and somehow God's mighty hand stopped us. We could never get into that hotel. So right now I'm sitting here because I was away from that particular hotel that got drowned underwater.
Hey, what have you told Joanna and Jason, your 2 children?
Well, there was nothing much to say because they saw it with their own eyes, the big wave coming, and we had to run for our dear lives.
Have they asked you questions or anything about it?
Well, they time to time they used to ask me, how come the big wave came close to us? So I had to say that it was a sudden change in the sea, and we are safe, and we don't have to worry about. We are fortunate, and there are